can't go on this way, a voice deep within me says. As our problems grow and grow, we journey blind the status quo. So many feel deep down inside there's something wrong about this ride. Its ups and downs, its thrills and spills, we can't ignore this world's great ills. So many distractions, we all have our blinkers, except the spirited few and the serious thinkers, trying to hide from this time bomb on which we all sit, whilst others get consumed by trying to defuse it. We all live on this sphere, this earth, and every minute there's a new birth. So if we cherish the lives we create, we should take off our blinkers before it's too late, and look around at one another and try to see ourselves as sister and brother, living side by side on this rocking space, be humankind to the human race. Extend our heart to our fellow Earthlings, from the simple cow to the birds that do sing, because if you think about the scale of the expansive cosmos, life is so unique, so much more than just us. As soon as we can see the magic in a single flower, we will see the splendour in all life which we devour. Just think about the atomic and cosmic complexity of a single seed, and you'll see the majesty of all things that breathe and do bleed. And with that vision, a new compassion inside can arise, that can be used to better understand our very own lives, our place in the cosmos, our place here on Earth, but more importantly, our uniqueness, our inherent worth. When you realise how much it took for you to exist, from the death of great stars to the primordial mist, to the hearts that's now beating, to the eyes that do see, that we are part of something much greater than the individual me. If we can see all life as equal, and all life has a right, then we can understand why others struggle, and why some do fight. But true, some do fight from ignorance, hate, fear and greed, yet others fight for justice, desperation and need. Sadly, greed is at the root of so much of Earth's destruction, from individual desires to elite and corporate corruption. Blinded by greed and separated by fear, destroying the planet and so much that so many hold dear. Profit is their god, and earth and life just a tool. This is the way of the madman, the way of the fool. You cannot eat paper money or digits on a screen, or breathe profit margins of ventures obscene, like destroying rainforests and rivers with all life inside, to produce items designed to break down in a set amount of time. They will tell you the problem is population and not the flaws of the system, that has us as a slave to the dollar and the masters who print them. They will say it's overconsumption, and in part that is true, yet not mention the system depends on us buying things new. If we stop buying products, the whole system would crash. But is that the solution? I know it seems rash. Something has to happen, something has to give, because if we follow the status quo, there'll be no way to live. The waters will be poisoned, and so will the air. It's already happening, but so few seem to care. Food will be scarce, so much already yet full of chemicals and toxins that we throw in our body as if our health were experimenting. Cancer's an illness in the third world does rise. In the third world, starvation and drought, tormented child cries. 783 million without clean water, 2.5 billion without clean sanitation. Seems so far away at the moment, but it's creeping towards our nations. If we turn blindly to the suffering of others, who will turn to our own? If we keep on destroying Earth at this rate, there'll be no habitable zones. People say it's all conspiracy, global warming, climate change is a scam, but it's clear to see the damage done to Earth by our own human hands. There are no quick solutions or simple buttons to press, but these are the issues that we must address. We must take off our blinkers and lift up our hearts, or the very ground we stand on will fall apart. We need to stop, think and speak to each other about the challenges we face as sisters and brothers. This earth is our one and only home, nowhere else to go. We need to unbuckle from this ride, which we call status quo. We need to unbuckle from this ride, which we call status quo. We need to unbuckle from this ride, which we call status quo.